Whoop whoop. Hello. What's up? Hello. All right, let's check audio every time, every time, every time. Every time we check it, every time. No fail. Okay. Microphone sounds good, I think. Let me know if it sounds good for you for those who are in chat or who are here with me. Sound like I'm talking to some kind of spiritual being. For those who are here with me, send me a sign. Send me a sign. Tell me if this is okay. Let's get some music. I like what we played yesterday. Where is it? Is it this one? Pokemon. Ah, there it is. Let's see how the wait. Every time. There we go. All right. Music sounds good. Audio sounds good. Yeah. Let's get the stream going. Okay. So yesterday we played some hidden lands. Spot the difference. Found out not a big surprise that I kind of suck at it. So we're gonna play more today. We also played Aurora Hills Chapter 1 yesterday. It was pretty good. Fun little click and find, click like kind of mystery kind of game. I might play more of it. Like I need to look at what they've released on Steam. Sorry. Today I'm drinking cold brew red rooibos tea. It's so easy to make. You just put the tea bag in a container and with water and you put it in the fridge. And then boom, you get delicious drink. Like magic. Okay. So so yesterday we played Aurora Hills. Last week on stream we chose some games to play. One of them was Hidden Land, so we're gonna continue playing that. And then today, so one of them was RuneScape, and I think I'd like to play some RuneScape. The last time I played RuneScape was when I was a child. like a real child, you know, not just like childish, which I can be, but like an actual small human being. So yeah, I saw that it's a lot different now, and I wonder what it's like to play it these days. So I'll probably try a bit of RuneScape, see how it goes. I don't know if I'll need to like. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna need to like sign up or anything like that, cause it is an MMORPG, right? So, I don't know what it's gonna take to play it. Anyway, your graphics card drivers are over 6 months old. What? Okay, I just opened it to just see. What does that mean? Have they not been updating themselves? Bruh. Okay, maybe no RuneScape today if I can't ignore that and I need to do it. Because I don't think I should do that. Like, maybe I can. Okay, no, I don't do it now because if stream dies in the middle of, I don't know, if it has to like restart or something, that would not be cool. So, anything interesting to talk about? Well, anything interesting to talk about? Well, I've been thinking about a bunch of things. I had like a dream last night. I don't know if it was influenced by yesterday's game, having to figure clues out and stuff. That I dreamt that I had to help some people escape this from this airport, and then the airport security were trying to get them, and then I had to pretend to not know them and to help them out, to help them get out of there, and pretend to be innocent. And then I managed to get them out, and then gradually in the dream people started to find me kind of fishy, so I had to escape as well. And then I had to act like I didn't know what they were up to, and then eventually escape this airport. Who knows what that means? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so and then because of the dream, I woke up in the middle of the night feeling kind of like, whoa, like heart kind of pounding and stuff. Cause it's stressful, you know, to try and smuggle people out from an airport. Yep. So. Okay. Let's bring up hidden lands. What did I just make small? The game. I think I need to figure out how to do like the changing scenes thing on OBS. Cause in the past when I tried to do that, the camera would freeze, and apparently there's a way to add what's the word? To add something that's already existing or something like that. Add existing thing. And I need to figure out how to do that so that I can change scenes easily. But otherwise, you know, why not? Why not do this? It works. Right? It works. So, yeah. It's chill. Okay, so we're gonna play some hidden lands. Shall we pause music? Pause. Thank you, music. Oh, yeah, I do that. Okay. Pause music. How do I like? What I want to do is to. Okay, anyway. All right. Game capture. We bring me the sound. What? I did. I exited the game. Why I pressed the door? Bring game back. Okay, while the game's coming back, look at me. Okay, game's back. Let's do. We're going to set that up again. Haha. Haha. So funny. So funny, Cass. Ta-da! We're back. Okay, let's start the music on the game. Is that super loud? Oh, wait. I think this is probably okay. Okay. So yesterday, there was some pretty hard things to do in this game, honestly. All right. Let's do this. Okay. We do Anubis sculpture, or should we? I don't. Maybe. Let's do this. Start. Okay. Let's Where would be the best place to put me? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Well, okay. You can't really completely see. Okay. But honestly, what makes sense? I think this makes the most sense. Right here. Okay. So, music's gonna come back. We are going to look for the differences between these islands. Okay? Yesterday I had practice, and today I am a changed person. I am expert. Okay, we have one more thing to look for. This tree. Boom! What did I say, man? What did I say? Oh my goodness. We have 3. What are we finding? 1, 3, 6, 7 things. 7 things. No fear. This has happened where I just click on something I think I'm going for, but I click on some other thing that I didn't really see and realize that oopsies, I didn't even notice that was a difference. Okay, got that. Two more things. Really? Oh wow, they're getting more specific now. One more thing. Here we go. Here we go. The music's really nice and chill. Fox! Yes! Haha. I think I am doing better. The skill has changed. I'm doing better. I'm doing fine. We're looking for 7 things again. Huge rock. Wall. Rocks. Two more things. It usually gets really difficult around here. For me. Should probably change the hidden lens. Yep. Change it to this. Flowers on the rock? No? Oh wait, I already clicked that rock. That's why it doesn't really matter. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Is it something to do with the dog? Tree. How are there 2 more things that I'm not seeing? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Genuinely though. What am I not seeing? Man, and I don't want to. I'm gonna have to use 2. Oh! Plant! Okay, so the plants in the past have not been sneaky like that. But now they've begun to be sneaky. Whoa. So I really need to look close now. I'm gonna look at the tree to see if there are any missing things. Okay, I got 1 at least, so I got 1 more. 1 more thing! 1 more thing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh Oh my goodness, this is hard. I think I'm gonna have to. I feel like I should do something with stakes. Like for every hint that I have to use, something. We're gonna do it. Every hint. Shall we do that? Every hint, I have to do something. I think it could be fun. Oh, I saw it. Yes! The plants are getting sneaky. The plants are getting sneaky. Anubis sculpture, main protector of the temples and the pharaoh's palace. Everything around it looks broken and ruined, but not the sculpture. It still stands as if time hadn't not affected it. That means it had affected it. Had not means had. So it had not affected it is probably what they're trying to say. What shall we do? What shall we do? Is it more fun to go further? Or should we keep sticking to like easier ones first? Probably, right? Probably stick to the easier ones first, right? Like I, go within my capacity, Okay, it's already tricky. I just need to find two things. They're like, this is easy. Two obvious things, okay? A deer and leaf. Easy. Easy. They're gonna get me to let my guard down, and then I have to find seven. Okay, five. Five things. Okay, easy so far. Easy peasy. Easy. Two more things. This is usually where I get a little bit messed up. Yes. That's not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Wasn't as crazy tricky as the one before. They're like cutting me some slack. Just five things. Now I'm really so focused on all the plants. But no, we have to look at big picture. Two more things. They count that as one. One last thing. One last thing. Haha! That was not bad. I think I'm getting good at this. Am I? Okay, all of them are 11% right now. Oh, you can't see. All of them are 11% right now. So, could essentially do whatever. Just change of aesthetics maybe. Let's just do this. Boom, trolley, let's get trolley. Trolley. Let's move me back up there. It sucks that when I come out, the music stops. Boom. Boom. Look at me, I am on fire. Boom. Yes. I genuinely think I might maybe be getting better at this. Like I think my skills are improving to spot things. Wow, that's a lot of things to find. Okay. This thing. There's definitely things behind here. That bonsai plant. Bullseye. No. Yes! Yes! One more thing, one more thing. One more thing. Get close. Get close. Get close. Too close for comfort. Wait! No. Nope. Nope, that's not true. Is it the what are these called? Stalactites? It seems really intense if that were the case. But maybe they've begun being really intense. I am not looking properly. Am I? Is there anybody? What? Oh my goodness, last one, come on, we can do it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, we can find it. Come on, we can do it, we can find it. I think we need to look back a little bit more. Okay, we gotta really feel the space behind me and look forward at the same time. What am I not getting? What am I not getting, man? Help! Is it this tree? Is there a specific thing that's missing? I had a few good rounds. I got confident, and now I remember where I came from. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What am I not seeing? Tell me. Tell me. This is too zoomed in, it will not help. Oh man, I think we have to use the hint. Okay, what shall it be? Every hint I use what? Every hint I use what? wanted to say I'll do push-ups, but honestly, that's the reason why I didn't go to the gym today. I'm tired. My body's dead. My body feels pretty tired. So my triceps feel pretty tired too. So and my chest. I did dips yesterday. So okay, let's use it. Didn't I already click on that? Wait, what? The hay! There was one missing stack of hay. No excuses. Okay, come on, we can do this. Oh, it's so many to look for again. This tree. Roof. Come on. Tree. Rock. Rock. Any like missing stacks of hay again? Broom. Oh, that's it. I did it. Oh wait, I want to read that. Let's read it. Were these hidden lands the only ones? What was this trolley for? Traveling through this land during nighttime? We with a capital W could guess. I guess I'm in a special group that uses W capital letters we. Yeah, I wonder what people use trolleys for. What did it look like anyway? The trolley. Yeah, I want to look at the trolley again. Trolley. Yeah, I wonder what this rickshaw looking thing was for. Trolley is such a great invention. You just carry more stuff. Oh, awesome. Okay, let's go to like Japan. Let's go to this one. Gate lamp. Get a little feel-good one. Okay, there's still a lot to look for, but I think it's probably easy for me off now that has been through a lot. Okay. Three more things. Two more things. This is when it gets tough. And the plants have been really suspect. Whew. Here we go. Okay. Get one more. Just one more. Hell yeah. This gate lamp looks like it's still shining. Shining. Okay, we gotta go back to this area here. Why do you want to do it equally, Cass? Why? Why? It just helps with the difficulty. 4 levels? Dude. Yeah. Yes! Nothing can stand in my way now. Eggs. Eggs. Nest. Spiky cactus thing. Cactus. Rocks. Two more things. Here we go. Here we go. This is endgame. Other cactus. One more. Bottles! 2 more levels. Come on. I wonder what it would be like to live in ancient Egypt. They for sure didn't have trees there, right? Am I right? Who knows really what the world was like at that time. Fox? Yo, don't zoom so much. Big plant. See, the plants are sus now. Rabbit. Not bad! Yeah, I wonder what it was like, how people interacted with each other, how they built things, what it was like to walk through the marketplace. I get that the games I play aren't the most exciting, but this is what I want to do for now. Boom! Easy peasy, easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay. Now that we're here, another trolley. Three things, just 3 things. Suddenly, things seem easier again. Very suspect. What kind of relationship am I building with the world? It's like life is too easy, something's wrong. Okay. It's just 3 things. Come on. It is easy. It's just 3 things. Simple. They're using the plants now. They are using the plants. Consistently. Market trolley. Barrel. These are just 3 things? Really? Again? It's like... Some stuff. This is too easy. This is so suspicious. Boom. Okay. Yay! Those barrels won't move by themselves. This market trolley has probably seen so much of these lands. Okay. Enough hidden lands today. There was quite a lot we played. Anyway, you know what we're gonna do now? We might react to something. Now, what shall we react to? What are some things we can react to? Oops. Whoa, what's happening? Okay, so we just did some hidden lands. It was fun. I think I am getting better at the game, which is surprising because I really suck at visual spatial games, and then especially ones where you have to be detail oriented. I suck at that. For people who are coming in, like I'm just thinking of what we can react to now. And if you're here and you want to say hi, in chat, and you want to help me reach my follower goal of 10 followers, I would appreciate it if you dropped a follow or if you followed me. Anyway, so we are going to look at some of the other games that I was thinking of playing. And one of them is trying games on crazygames.com. There are a whole bunch of... Yesterday I played Aurora Hill Chapter 1. I think we'll try Unsolved Case next. Not today, but the next kind of mystery game that we play will be that. Okay. I think we can probably just look at. Let's do another Sensei Seth video. How about that? Okay, let's see. He recently had a beach wrestling video. Maybe, you know what? Maybe let's watch Kung Fu's Dark History. Kung Fu's Dark History. Where is it? Okay.
So I heard there was a martial arts museum in here, and it's not every day you get.
All right, you ready? You ready to watch this with me? Okay. Thank you, music. Pause. Pause. Pause, 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 pause. Let's see this. Kung Fu's Dark History.
To find a martial arts museum. With martial arts history, usually it's like, oh yeah, I heard from this guy, or I heard from this guy. So it'll be exciting to see some tangible stuff, organized in a wall fashion. Let's do it.
I started Wing Chun in 1981. I'm not sure what I want to do in college, so I decided to just go back to my hometown, which is Hong Kong, and got introduced with multiple systems, and Wing Chun is one of them. We dive into the research of Wing Chun to really look at what is the true origin of Wing Chun.
I don't know about you, but for me, I'd always thought of the history
Wing
of Wing Chun being
Chun.
like kind of a mystery. Maybe it was
Wing
an
Chun.
undersized woman, or maybe it was a bird, or maybe it was Bruce Lee or Ip Man. I don't know for sure. But Grandmaster Benny Meng has been traveling the globe conducting research since 1993 on the history and the origin of Wing Chun. So if we were ever going to get an answer, it'd be here. It's also kind of crazy how similar young Benny Meng and young my dad looked. Not important.
So when you come into this building, this side on the right side is the tiger. Tiger for the martial art is the experience, the action part. So this part is the training hall, and that side, the left side, is the dragon. The dragon expresses the knowledge, the concept, the understanding.
Right.
So in Kung Fu, you have to have the understanding and then the experience.
Which is exactly why we're going to do both today. Take a Wing Chun class and also visit one of the world's only Wing Chun museums.
Non-government funded. Last dynasty of China, the Qing dynasty, right? This is previously it was the Ming dynasty. Ming dynasty was ruled by Han Chinese.
Okay.
The Qing were the Mongol nomads.
What does it take for one person, probably just this guy, to put together not just Chinese history, not just the history of China, but the history of Kung Fu in context to the history of China and Chinese history. Wow.
From the north.
And then to curate all of this and put this into a museum.
They're more related to Mongolians. Okay? So during this Ming dynasty, towards the end, natural disaster, corruptions, there were a lot of problems. Okay? So, the Great Wall of China, a trader opened up the gate.
Okay.
So within a short time, they went straight to the palace and the emperor killed himself, right? So this is Ming dynasty. When the Qing dynasty took over, they didn't really treat the Chinese with respect. Well, of course, China is a huge country. The nomads from the north, many of the remnants, or people want to continue to fight, they move south. One of the famous rebel base is the Southern Shaolin Temple. Three groups of
Southern
people come together.
Shaolin Temple.
The military experts of Ming Dynasty,
Okay.
martial art community that want to fight for their country.
Sure.
Then in the temple, of course, you got the warriors monk.
Right.
Okay, so three groups, and every one of those groups are high experts. Their idea is to how do we improve something that is already good. Understanding the natural physics of fighting, right? Everything is based on what they call time, space, energy. Right? If I do a
Time,
jump back
space,
spin
energy.
wheel kick, if it connect, we knock anybody out.
Sure.
But it takes a lot of space, more speed,
Right.
which require more energy. So if you can have devastating results,
Excuse me,
with
what?
less time, less space, less energy, you made improvements.
Right.
In the old days, time, space, energy is referred as heaven, human, earth.
Oh.
Okay?
But that's enough dragging on. Not that I think he's dragging on. I think I'm very interested. Just a pun. Just a quick pun. It's time for some tigering, which I can only imagine is named that, because I'm trying to get my paws on somebody.
Have you seen people do the iron
Yeah.
bridge?
Iron arm
Why
bridge.
don't we start that real quick to warm up your hand, but give you an understanding of bridging?
It's really interesting that we did this as a warm-up, as I've only done it for conditioning purposes. Maybe he was testing my human to heaven connection, because I feel like two more.
I did Wing Chun for a very, very short period of time. Extremely short period of time. And then stopped going to the teacher because he kept his preconceived notions of me being someone who used to do Muay Thai kept getting in the way of him just teaching me. Because I was genuinely trying to come in as a beginner, and I really don't know, right? Like, it's two very different styles. But I think he's so used to getting people who were from a specific martial arts background who really wanted to prove themselves as knowing stuff, and so would be really disrespectful or impatient and stuff like that. And he was projecting a lot of that onto me, even though I was asking questions and being like, how do we learn this? How do we drill this? Because I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, and then it was just getting hard to learn. And also that was during I started it before COVID, and then COVID happened, and I tried to do it a little bit after COVID, and then that was when I was like, it's tiring to have to kind of fight against that, because I get 1 hour with him. If 30 minutes or most of that 1 hour is being like, no, like just him being like giving a lecture on how I should stop being greedy, when I'm like, I just said I don't know. Greedy meaning like he's trying to say that, or impatient, that I'm trying to get to certain places faster or rush a process, when I am just trying to ask clarifying questions about what we're doing, because it does help me to understand the intention of what we're doing. And with movements in general, understanding the intention of doing something really can drive movements in a very different way. If you've done any sort of movement, you would know that certain cues will change the feeling and the doing of the movement drastically. So I was just asking clarifying questions to try and understand better. But yeah, so I mean, I really want to learn a different martial art than the ones I've done before. I did Muay Thai fairly extensively, and I did a little bit of wrestling. Maybe I can go back to wrestling. Wrestling was kind of fun. Only, oh man, wrestling seems like injury land. It's part of why I don't really want to do even stuff like BJJ, because the idea of putting my hypermobile joints in end ranges is a little bit scary, to be honest. Yeah. So I thought Wing Chun would be fun, like learning a different skill, learning how to use the body, learning how to like do different kinds of contact work would be fun, or different kinds of grappling work, grappling stuff. But it's hard to find a teacher that matches. It can be hard. And I think with Chinese martial arts, sadly, there's a lot of like politics and stuff, and like people wanting to keep things secret, and and wanting you to prove yourself so that they can teach you stuff. Yeah. I just want to learn, man. I just want to learn and have fun and take it seriously too. But I'm just here to learn. So yeah, maybe one day I'll find a teacher who can teach this art form in a way that not necessarily matches my learning style, but hopefully a teacher that's happy to answer questions and and clarify things. It's hard for me to learn when teachers are like, they meet my questions with like, well, this is just the way it is, or you just need to, you, or like just like you're being impatient. I'm just like, okay, then but I just don't know what we're doing right now. Like what am I supposed to do? Anyway, um yeah, so maybe find another teacher someday.
More of these hard shots, I'm getting sent up there. But I didn't realize that we weren't just doing conditioning or warming up. We were about to see the first example of how to optimize space.
The first move, which position is open?
Fine.
Right. So you right. The next move, right. Which position is open? Me, right?
Right.
Next move. So you have to be mindful of the positions. My gun's pointing at you, your gun's pointing at you. Right. So you right. The next move, right. Which position is open? Me, right?
Right.
Okay, I see.
So you have to be mindful of the positions. My gun's pointing at you, your gun's pointing at me.
Right. So this drill technically puts you in a neutral position. You're doing the same thing they are. But by winning the engagement,
You want to be greedy with that position. Sure.
you control the space.
This is the
and have
greedy.
a better chance for the next move.
But that's not how the teacher I had was using greedy. this I see how I see that this is appropriate to say. Um, so I think this is probably just to get you to sense, or get them to sense like where the advantage, where you can feel advantages and where you can feel a little bit more disadvantaged, depending on your angle and position and your relationship between them, the person, their midline and your midline, and where their limbs are. It's really crazy. Like, that's something that was cool to experience. I think I experienced a little bit of that even in Muay Thai clinching. To be in this position and then you just shift very, very slightly into one angle and it immediately feels a lot less strong. And there's obviously a lot less openings. If you're in a specific position, there are less possibilities. But even to be like my elbow from being here to here, like how much weaker I feel and how much less I can leverage the rest of my body. It was really cool to feel. That was interesting to experience in Wing Chun for sure. Yeah. Look at that. So if boom, he is open and his body is turned away, there's just a lot less possibility on how to go from here. It's hard to turn back. You can try, possibly, but he's probably holding on to that arm, so it's kind of hard to turn back. So you would have to maybe swivel, pivot that way, or you would have to go a full round and turn around. Yeah. I mean, this is only if we're like doing like punches, right? You can probably kick or something, but even then, like the whole body's kind of following along with that arm, so it's hard to generate force. Yeah, can probably take a step out and kick with the right leg, maybe, but nah, hard.
Turn you or move you.
Okay.
So if I go like this,
Right.
it didn't affect the center.
Sure.
You're gonna hit me.
Sure.
But if I turn and move you,
Right.
I find myself tied.
Right. Okay. Yes, sir. Having a defensive purpose of not only keeping a hand from striking you, but also off balancing your opponent, checks 2
Yeah.
separate boxes of the 3. It gives you the advantage in the space and also in time, because now they have to react with their
Yep.
entire body, not just their arm. I'm gonna see if I can make some of this stuff work later on in sparring against their Sanda class. So
That's
wish me
cool.
luck.
The first form of Wing Chun called Siulim Tao.
I feel like with gloves though,
From the beginning,
it's quite
the
different.
idea was maximum efficiency.
Interesting.
The story, the legend is that the temple was discovered,
Okay.
and then they sent the troop, attacked it, it was destroyed,
Boom.
burned down.
Destroy.
The elders escaped. Once the
Escape.
temple was destroyed, the secret society formed
How?
5
This is like,
secret
where is he getting this information? Which is, it's just kind of cool, but also like, whoa, how? This is this dude's life's work, right? To look for all of this information, put it all together. Look at this timeline. I'm just thinking, like, is there anything in my life that I'm like, that's so interesting and has so much history? Let me create a timeline of the entirety of it. Like a topic that I really like. I don't know.
society originally is called a triad.
Okay.
So if you
Secret
Google
society
triad,
time.
Chinese mafia, right? Chinese gangsters. Right. But actually,
Hot
the
say, boy.
interesting thing is actually is from the Shaolin Temple.
Interesting.
Heaven, human, earth.
Okay.
Yeah. So time, space.
Heaven,
energy. So
human,
before
earth,
the secret
not
society
Kelvin.
and one of the leaders from the Fujian province, they went to Canton.
Okay.
And he
South of China
was
still?
previously, an opera guy.
Oh,
So
interesting.
he went to Canton and created an opera company.
Kentown! Not Kentown. Canton. Canton, China.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the opera guy, they
Guangzhou.
go about entertaining, they travel a lot, but for the secret society member, the tribe members, they actually were the rebels.
Interesting.
Okay,
Right.
but here is a secret code.
Okay.
Yin. The Chinese word for to be discreet and to be secretive.
Oh, okay.
Wing, keep praising, keep talking.
Okay.
Chun is spring, rebirth.
Really?
So the secret code was to be discreet, keep secret, but keep talking.
Yeah,
and
you means
singing
quiet.
about the spring, which is return of the Ming Dynasty.
Hmm.
Now, how did we get to today, where everyone talk about girl invented this?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's many reasons, okay, but one of them has to do with our famous Grandmaster Yiman. So
Ip
Yiman
Man.
was famous as a teacher, but he didn't really research the history. So they interviewed him. They asked the Grandmaster, "Can you tell us?"
Oh,
about history?"
shit.
Right. He just wrote down what he heard.
Okay.
Now, what you heard, it's a famous story that actually is borrowed from the White Crane.
Okay.
Yeah,
White Crane is another
it's a nun that taught him.
branch of
And White Crane
Kung
came from
Fu.
a village called Wing Chun. So a lot of people heard that, they assume, oh, okay, so Yiman kind of officially put that down as a history. Now today, everyone
Yiman.
repeat that.
Right. Yeah.
Ip Man lied. Ip Man just Ip Man was not fact checked. It's okay, Ip Man. You would. The world's the same today. People are just saying whatever.
Historically, you cannot find historical record of a nun or the lady or the husband.
Oh, okay.
Right. Second, if you follow this timeline, Wing Chun was a person that existed in the 1800s.
Oh.
Wing Chun was a
This
person who
time frame,
existed in the 1800s.
1600s, so someone has to be 200 years old.
1600s?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right.
Nah, only 200-year-old I know is your mom. Sorry, I couldn't come up with a good transition here.
This is so called in to out, it's called out to in, there's twisting, then there's the elbow control, then shoulder.
Okay,
Basically,
it looks like nothing much is happening. But when you experience this, when people manipulate your limbs by these points, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, you spin around like that, like it's just so easy. Even if even when you try and fight against it, it's just so straight. Like if they're really torquing you, it's just hard. If they're in a position of advantage and they've already put you at a disadvantageous position, you just go. It's too late. You're dead.
that means as we're making contact,
I'm just gonna switch this off.
I want to maintain the contact but hit him. Okay? We have more chance, you see, this is one hand.
This is a big thing.
But we do, you see all this Wing Chun guys, right?
Yeah.
The
Sao.
condition for them is very, very short. You know what I mean? So if I go here, oh, maybe in that split second, then that reaction has to come out. It's already trapped. So that's the purpose of chi sao.
It makes a lot of sense that if you're fighting in a zone where your brain might not quite be able to see and react to things like that close quarters, the area that's so dangerous, you'd want to give yourself another sense and be connected to them and stay connected to them in order to mitigate that risk as much as possible. I get the concept. This is definitely an area of practice that Wing Chun focuses on more than any other martial art. Maybe the Muay Thai clinch spends a lot of time here, but that's kind of it. And this clearly looks different than that. So it's time to figure out exactly why Wing Chun spends so much time doing this kind of maneuvers.
So he created an opera stage. Centuries later, the opera stage created what they call the red boat.
Opera.
It's 3 boats that travel around and continue to entertain, but still part of the triads.
Okay.
Okay? And the 3 boats are called Heaven, Hell, and Earth.
Oh,
right. The rebels continue, right? They discover, the opera were involved. They also destroyed the red boats.
Okay.
So after the destruction of red boat, some remnants, survivors, they came out to the public.
Okay.
Some they start teaching. So now you have 2 versions. You have the secret society version,
right,
with what we call time, space, energy concept, what we call efficiency, but where the public version was not giving all the concepts.
Okay.
It's still the same system.
Yeah.
Got the 3 forms, the wind dummy, and all of that, right?
Right.
So then,
You see this with the secrecy and stuff.
Person, expression of the art form.
Okay. So essentially, the more people that practice Wing Chun, the style became broader on a person-to-person.
So maybe because all the way back, they were rebels. They were a secret society, more in a trying to run away or go against the government kind of way, or whatever was the status quo at the time, and do business like secretly. And then they also, I guess, eventually just had shady businesses. Maybe all this attitude, like all the previous attitudes towards being super secret, just got passed down. But instead of being super secret about like selling, I don't know, illegal goods and being like about the current emperor, it just got spread to the art form, which is like, let's not teach different people or certain kinds of people Wing Chun. And then each school that developed like their own system, that came from the roots, the original roots of Wing Chun, were like, we're gonna keep our super secret sauce. And just the attitude towards being super secret or secrecy just got passed down, even though there was probably no need for it anymore. Yeah.
Case.
Because I guess if you're fighting back against like the government and stuff, or like the emperor of the time, probably not called a government, right? It's just emperor and loyal servants, and maybe the military at the time as well, who may or may not be loyal to the emperor, depending. You would want to keep your skills and your martial art style quite secret if it does have the potential upper hand. Yeah. It kind of reminded me of when, I mean, if you're not like a pro fighter yet, like when I was an amateur fighter, I didn't end up getting any fights. Okay? Nothing exciting happened. But when you are an amateur fighter, one of the upsides you have is to try and hide videos of yourself sparring. And if you don't have any fights out there in terms of videos or people having watched you fight before, people don't know what to expect. So it could also be that in the past they did hide their skills so that they had the upper hand in certain things. Yeah. But I don't know, hopefully that changes, because I mean, these days martial arts is just so clearly the arts that share more and test more do more and do better. So
Basis. But what did it used to look like?
Today we call our system Shaolin Wing Chun.
Okay.
You know, I have multiple teachers in the art of Wing Chun in different lineages, right?
Okay.
And all Wing Chun come from Shaolin Temple, right? So rather than focus on the person, we kind of focus on the system.
Okay.
And we follow the Shaolin path. So in the beginning, we train what we call the Shaolin First Hall, the fitness components, the personal life skills components.
Okay.
Then we learn the basic mechanics. Then we go into kick, strike, takedown, submission, the fighting part. Once they have a foundation, then we introduce the human distance, the Wing Chun part. The picture is the heaven human, right?
I see.
In this particular distance, right, we call this heaven range.
Okay.
Long range, basically,
Right.
Front hand, back hand, my front foot. But it's still too far for grappling. So this is heaven range. Now, if we go to grappling, this is called earth.
Okay.
Right. Then the strike become limited.
Right.
Very dangerous with takedown and submission. But strike is limited. If you look at this position here, this is what we call the human range.
Okay.
Heaven, human, earth. This is where we Wing Chun specialize. Right. Basically where the two hands can both touch you at this distance. So we maintain the whole system, all ranges of combat.
Okay.
Where today's Wing Chun primarily.
I like how in this video, like, he probably found it hard to transition from one thing to the next and like piece together the whole storyline. So he just used the tiger, which works.
Yeah, right. Do you think they do that because it's the most unique to other martial arts? It's the one that's the most different?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
Hearing this, it doesn't surprise me that people can see Kung Fu as like this magical thing. This magical thing you can like feel, or maybe like a magical thing you could take a spoon with and taste. Like a magical spoon. A magic spoon.
Why does that sound familiar?
This video is
Ethical
brought to you by
React.
Magic Spoon.
We're gonna
See
just
what my
watch
percentage
his
can be
ad.
While I do this ad read.
Over one.
Magic Spoon is sick. It's a wonderful cereal alternative. 0 grams of added sugar, a gram of dietary fiber, 12 grams of protein though. 12 grams for 140 calories, that's pretty dang good. Lots of protein bars are like not much better than that. I like it as a midnight snack and alternative to a dessert because it doesn't have that added sugar that gives me nightmares. No. They also have the magic treats, which are delicious. It's just like this, but it's more of an on-the-go snack type of form. As someone who eats 260 grams of protein a day, sometimes pretty daunting. So having things that taste really good but are still high
260 grams of protein?
makes life a lot easier. For me, the thing that makes eating healthier
Whoa.
the most possible is just when my food tastes good.
That's
too.
so much.
It's just such a game changer. If you want $5 off your next order, go to magicspoon.com/sensei. If you go to like any grocery store, Amazon, wherever else, they also have Magic Spoon. I wonder if I can do higher. Let's try higher. Again, that is magicspoon.com/sensei if you want $5 off your next order of Magic Spoon.
So after the repo, the people start teaching. One of the guy in the public learned from the opera survivors of the
All right.
opera.
Okay.
And his name is Leung Zhan. He's a doctor.
Leung
by
Zhan.
trade, but got good kung fu. So what happened to him is that we call this the public awareness stage.
Okay.
He
We're
started
watching
to challenge
Kung Fu's
the
dark
martial art
history.
community and never lost a fight.
Wow.
So if
Never
you
lost
follow
a
the
fight?
timeline, Here,
Damn.
the public, the martial art community.
Whose phone was that?
Okay.
Here, you gotta be an opera member. There, you gotta be a secret society member, right? So once he become active, challenging, winning the match in Guangzhou, those famous city in the south, they start recognizing, oh, there's this new art called Wing Chun.
So I'm assuming there was some sort of change in culture between these areas, or I guess even these areas where maybe there was a little more leniency from the government.
Back in the days, in the Qing dynasty, they still allow martial art practice.
Okay. Okay. But because it was a
Qing Dynasty, they allowed martial arts
Oh,
practice.
yeah, if he caught as a rebel, they kill him for sure.
Okay.
But he's already what we call public outsider.
Okay.
He doesn't even know about the triads.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
There is only triads.
So,
When we get to this era, let's say we're in the
whoa,
Okay.
wait. So if Wing Chun came from the triads, how did someone outside of the triads get to know Wing Chun and learn it? And also sprout a whole generation of Wing Chun practitioners.
You're a triad member. I'm a regular opera guy like Jackie Chan.
I just want to say I'm not a triad member.
Right. You know, in
Shots
opera, you
fired,
learn the
Jackie
same
Chan.
part, but behind the scene, you're giving a lot more.
Interesting. Now, luckily for me, Grandmaster Meng was nice enough to show me.
But that's coming from.
It's true that it seemed like a lot of movers, so a lot of people who practiced martial arts, Chinese martial arts, also were opera performers because it was demanding in terms of movement, and then it was another way to use martial arts skills. I mean, and then later on, this would be like martial artists and stunt performers, right, who worked in movies, just a different stage. So, yeah, it seems like the culture was there since that time.
The body and so forth, right? So what if I don't have the structure?
Okay.
What if it's just like this, right?
Okay.
Right. Right. I want you to try to stop my punch.
Okay.
All right. You try
Okay.
to just stop. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
All right. Go. All right.
What
So-
the heck?
So if I'm on the ground, I can still generate power with the tendons, but without the rest of the body.
Right.
Sitting, laying down, or standing like this.
Sure.
Go.
Ah, ouch.
Okay.
Ah, ouchies.
This ability to have this tendon transfer of power.
Tendon transfer power.
You get because when you lose
Explosiveness.
distance,
Right.
That's
you
so
gotta have
ouchies
that
for the
action to
forearm.
generate that power.
Very interesting. That's super cool.
Yeah, ouch, bro.
I get to spar against their Sanda class, which is preparing for their nationals. Starting with some drilling coached by Grandmaster Meng's son, Vincent Meng.
Have to do that drill. The idea is to catch the distance. I want to play with it, kind of bait him into, and then
Who you may have seen on this channel before. Why would you show that clip? I'm editing this. I showed the clip.
here, what am I doing? Fire, stay, maintain space, close the gap, create distance. Aim hand, that's it.
Where do YouTubers get cool sounds?
Again,
Like
I need to
cool music.
Angle, careful with this side, angle,
also two other sons in the mix, Derrickson and Spencer.
Again, I need to either angle, careful with this side, angle.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
There's
Pivoting.
also two other sons in the mix, Derrickson and Spencer. And my Wing Chun training is about to unleash on them. I recognize this might not look the most like Wing Chun. I have a extensive background in striking before this, so it's hard to just stop on a dime doing everything else that is instinctual and do.
That is true. So when I was doing Wing Chun, when I had done Muay Thai, I have clocked in out many hours of Muay Thai. So punching in this new way, and also I think when practicing in terms of sparring or like drills and stuff like that, like just blocking punches and things, it was quite hard to have to override instincts of what I used to do to block punches or to counter certain punches and attacks.
The Wing Chun, but I promise I get better as it goes on. Some of my favorite strikes within the Wing Chun system are actually two-part parries. The vertical strike is super unique and I think works pretty well as a replacement for a jab at times. Things that slip through the guard really well because they're not the same wide structure that usually gets blocked by a good guard.
Yeah, so instead of
attacking the hands
bum,
and opening up
bum,
space for
it's
those
more
strikes
like
to land later,
right here.
something that not a lot of people see and works super well. I believe this is called sticky hands to some degree, and it's essentially putting your hands on theirs and then making sure you stay connected. To one, play the defensive and make sure their hands are coming at you, but two,
He's
open
doing
up
some of it
offensive
though,
attack.
cool.
Luckily for me here, I have a size advantage and
I guess.
I'm a guest in their home advantage where they're being very nice to me. But it was nice because
I guess he's trying to use Wing Chun against Sanda. So he's just being like trying to be as pure Wing Chun with more regular fighting stunts against Sanda, which is Chinese kickboxing.
A little bit more and try to figure out some of the Wing Chun stuff I was going to make work. Having your hands already further out in front means that you don't have to travel as long of a distance to make these strikes happen, which means combinations and flurries happen faster. A really cool advantage to keeping a strict high guard. But luckily again for me, they were being nice to me. I told them afterwards they should have lit me up. Next time.
But anyway, Wing Chun's effectiveness is still very good.
Yeah.
Here we
So
go.
if you talk to Wing Chun guy, most people know about him.
Okay.
Why? Because he's Yip Mun's grand teacher.
Okay.
Yip Mun learned from Chen Wasen. Now we call this commercialization.
From who?
Chen Wasen was a street person dealing with money. It's kind of like a walking ATM machine. He exchanges money. He retired from his business, had a chance
Chan
to
Wa
learn
Shun.
from grandson, but he wanted to teach.
Okay.
Because of his business entrepreneurship, he commercialized it. He went to the city of Foshan for the best location.
Foshan.
And then the location happened to be
Foshan.
Yip Mun's family's own business, right? So he rented the place and he charged very expensive. He only had 15 students, okay?
Okay.
So here's this young Yip Mun checking him out. Oh, here's this Kung Fu guy.
Checking him out.
You know, property. So Yip Mun's, hey.
Checking him out like,
So Chen Sifu thought, oh, you're just some wealthy brat, have nothing better to do.
wealthy brat.
I have no time for you.
Man, they got money.
Then he keep
These
coming
people
back
got
and
money.
He tried to get rid of him. Then he say, okay, 300 pieces of silver. Basically, it's
They have to
be.
be.
Cause of a health.
Like, honestly, learning martial arts probably has two roots, right? Like, you're either rich, you got nothing better to do with your life and your time. Not that you got nothing better, but like you've just got lots of resources and time, which includes time. So then you're like, I want to take up a hobby that could put my life in danger. you have to have the resources to be able to like potentially have downtime, have to recover from things and stuff. So that's probably that crew, which I guess is true even today. There are the people who participate in martial arts in one way are probably really rich and have lots of resources to spare, whether that be time, money, um, which covers a lot of things, right? If you have time and money, then you can recover better, you can sleep better, blah, 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 blah. Then there are the people who get into martial arts because that's probably like the only thing that they can do if they can't go into school and stuff and other forms of work. And they can use their bodies to earn money in this way, which we see in Thailand with Muay Thai fighters, potentially even in China with the people who joined the Shaolin Temple potentially as Shaolin warrior monks, and people who teach Kung Fu in other ways, just other schools. Doesn't have to be Shaolin Temple. It's other schools. So yeah. Seems like Ip Man was a rich kid who was like, what shall I do with my life? Let's learn this thing.
It's like
Yeah.
$150,000, $200,000
Wow.
equivalent.
Yeah.
So all his students are wealthy individuals.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have 15 millionaires as your student, you don't need a lot.
No.
So a year later, Yimon came back, dropped a bag of silver. He's surprised. Oh my gosh, where'd you get this money? He went to his family, and then his family said, well, yes, we all help. We know that he's serious. You know, he never had to work, and then he even tried to work to gain this money. So finally,
Okay.
he became Tengwas's master.
Bro is like, parents are like, what the heck? This dude's working? What happened? I guess he worked to get the money to be able to study with this person who was charging really high for his lessons.
Wow.
We have 16
Too
students.
bad he retired after that.
So that's what happened, right? This is a side story. Yimon was one of the most wealthy family in the city.
Interesting.
Yeah. First business, real estate. Second business, they don't talk whole lot, funeral house. Also make good money.
Wait, what?
Real estate. Second, most wealthy family in the city.
Interesting.
Yeah. First business, real estate. Second business, they don't
What?
talk
First business, what?
in the city.
Interesting.
Yeah. First business, real estate. Second
Real estate, real estate.
business, they don't talk whole lot, funeral house. Also make good money.
Yeah.
Funerals. Third,
Funerals.
they don't talk about
Okay.
opium house.
Um,
Because in Qing Dynasty,
Opium.
okay.
，yeah.
Gotcha.
So those three
Opium was
businesses
legal then? Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
But he was already senior in age. He passed away before Yimon had a chance to finish the art. Now remember, there's a lot of opera guys that went and taught. So there's already family tree that branched out already.
Okay.
So Yimon, after his sifu passed away, he learned from.
I made salmon just now, and then to you have to like get the salt and stuff in there, right? And now my hands still kind of smell like salmon. Like I've washed my hands probably 10 times, and it still kind of smells fishy. Like what? Why? Why? This batch of salmon that I got seems to not smell as fresh. Oh well.
Which is his son, and also his Siheng, and also interacted with the other Wenchuan communities.
Okay.
Right, so Yimon had multiple backgrounds.
Okay.
That's kind of how Yimon started. But remember, when he started, he was still a teenager. So then over the years, he perfected his skill. And then 1949, Civil War, Communist won. So 1950, he escaped Hong Kong. First generation, you have like people like William Chung, Wan Sung Leo, which is the guy that started Bruce Lee in Wing Chun. Then Bruce Lee was the second generation, and then the third generation, like my teacher, So each generation maybe like 4 or 5 years apart.
Okay.
So Ip Man become famous because of his teaching is good, produce a lot of good fighters.
Okay.
Okay, and then of course rest of the story, Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So this is kind of like a short version of
That's
the history.
incredible. That's
Short version. This
What
is
he's
the
not
short
also knows is how you
version.
not get off scot-free. Scotch-free? I don't know which one it is. We still had conditioning. 50 reps each station.
Oh, yay, conditioning.
Conditioning. Okay. The fist is on the center line. The elbow
Center
is between
line.
center and shoulder. Right? And it's tilted slightly so you punch
This.
in the bottom three knuckles.
This.
You want to kind of come over. Come over. There you go.
were you counting?
Ouchies, man. Ah. Go fast, fast.
Give or take a couple probably. The shoulders are burning.
This one just keeping the elbow in.
Okay.
Inside.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I'm not fighting any wooden people anytime soon. Demonstration.
I have this theory that the more you punch the wooden person, the more the wood splinters into you and you become the wooden person.
All right, let's give Sensei Seth a big hand.
This day was such a blast. I had so much fun. There's so much stuff that I couldn't add in here. I mean, shoot. Here, real quick, Vincent talking about why they changed it from Wing Chun to Wing Chun, but spelled differently.
So the funny thing about that, I don't know too much about it, but the reason why they changed it from WC to VT is because in Hong Kong, I believe, WC, so it's
wash
like
closet.
yeah,
Okay,
wash
yeah.
closet. So they
Yeah.
referred it to as a toilet. So then they changed it to VT.
It's like
So-
World Taekwondo Federation.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was WTF.
Yeah,
that makes
exactly.
sense.
I think you should visit the museum personally. It'll be linked down below. And also, if you become a channel member down below.
The World Taekwondo Federation is WTF.
Below a yellow belt status, you can see all the footage that I took today, the uncut version, all the good stuff that I had to leave out. Also, I have one last favor to ask. I have kind of stalled on the subscribers thing. We're at like 430,000. We've been pretty close to this for like almost a year. I'm glad you guys watched in the first place, but if you're not subscribed for whatever reason, I do want to get to 1 million someday. And that we're not even halfway there. So do me a favor, please subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe or I'll vertical punch you.
All right. Thank you, Sensei Seth, for that video. What an awesome video. What do y'all think? I think it was fun. I miss doing some kind of martial arts for sure. Which is why I did all the way back then already, which is why I did Wing Chun in the first place. But yeah. And I did a bit of boxing for a while. But which is different, like boxing, just plain boxing, as in boxing with no kicks, so just boxing was very different from Muay Thai, so then it was still interesting to experience. And yeah, I still might I might go back to it again. I think the main thing is I tend to... My workouts these days are just very close by to my house because I just want to be able to do something simple and less time consuming. But whenever, you know, if you do any sort of activity like this, like you go for a boxing class or whatever, I have to go somewhere, and if I want to shower there, that means that I have to bring stuff to shower, and if I don't want to shower there, then I'll have to come all the way back home, and home is not really close to anything that any kind of boxing place right now. So it's not really like I can just dip out quickly, go do boxing, come back. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for today's stream. Just easy chill stream. I think today I was feeling pretty tired, so I just wanted to do like a chill stream. And sadly we couldn't do a RuneScape because I guess I have to update my stuff to be able to play it, so no RuneScape today, but maybe the next stream we get RuneScape. I really want to try streaming tomorrow, which will be my first weekend stream. I know I have zero like consistent stream schedule. I think the most consistent is that I have streamed on Thursdays, and then recently my Wednesdays have been busy, so I haven't been streaming on Wednesdays again. And then Fridays are pretty consistent too. So I am hoping to stream tomorrow after work. So I'm gonna get RuneScape up and going and try and stream that tomorrow. If I can make it tomorrow. I think I can make it. Yeah. First weekend stream will be interesting, fun. So yeah. So I'm hoping to stream tomorrow, probably around 5, start at 5, and then probably stream till 7 or so, or maybe even shorter, like 5 to 6:30 or something. Probably for an hour and a half. I might stream for like an hour and a half tomorrow. First weekend stream, because I just happen to have time tomorrow. Yeah, I know, not having a consistent thing is probably not the best. I know that it helps people to know when I come on stream, but yeah, that's what it is right now. I want to play RuneScape, but yeah, the whole drivers thing is probably not the best thing to update while on stream. You know what? Maybe? Okay. You know what? Let's do one more quick game. Let's do one more quick game, and then we'll be done. I want to try a racing game. I like racing games. I see this on uh crazy games. So let's get it done. Ready? What? Why doesn't it listen to me? Okay, there we go. Okay, pause music. Whoo, let's go. Okay, up. Horn is E, shift up is, wait, horn, H, T, G, T, G, H, F, T, G, H, F. F is nitro, or N. N is nitro. Press the throttle to speed up. Okay. This is janky. Boop, 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 boop. Damn. Okay, C. This is good. I like this view. What am I doing though? Like, where am I going? I already forgot what I'm supposed to do. Holy shit, I'm going so fast! Oh my god. What the hell? Bruh, the game just died. Why did the game just do that? What happened? I don't want to... What am I doing? Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. And also, why do I have this tiny car? I don't want to watch an ad to get nitro. Oh, hey, man. Oh, it's doing it again. This is so janky. This is a bit... Why are the visuals like that? Like, what's happening? The refresh is just crazy. Okay, it's back to more normal. Why? Oh, I have it. Oh, I'm gonna make it. Yes. I made it. Do I have to watch an ad? Oh god, this is so noisy. Uh, okay, this game is janky as... janky as fuck, man. Okay, that was a nice quick game. I want to play more racing games. Can we look at Steam racing games right now? Right? Am I right, guys? Let's look at some Steam racing games. There's GTA now. Okay. Let's look at some racing games. Okay. And let's put that on the list too. I definitely am gonna play Witcher 1 at some point. But I think RuneScape first. RuneScape will be... RuneScape, I plan to be like just an ongoing chill game. And Hidden Lands 2 will be an ongoing like chill game. Easy peasy. But racing games is another one that I'm thinking of doing. So... What? What the hell? Cycling? Like racing cycling? What fun is there in that? Chariot racing! Oh, VR only. What the heck is this? Oh, Need for Speed. Cool. I guess it's just experiencing like a location with different cars. Kind of like what Gran Turismo allowed people to do. This is what games are for, to just create scenarios that probably can't really be done in real life. I guess you could, but like these cars will be hard to make. I wonder if it feels like driving in these areas. Like if you drive on sand, there's a feel. Like you know how when you play like these games in on PlayStation and then the controller used to vibrate? Do they still do that? That's cool. And so then it feels like when you're on like a really rocky ground, it goes. Then it makes immersion. You know, it makes the immersion more intense. Laughing at no cutscenes, please. Zero story. I play a racing game for no story. What the heck? Why is there story in my car game? Maybe I'll play this. for funsies. I do enjoy racing games. Drift Master. These simulator games always seem fun until I feel like I have to run a business. Then not fun anymore. But this could be fun in a way where I learn how to how to fix cars maybe, or learn more about cars. Maybe there's something interesting. Can we? I saw Need for Speed just now. Where is it? Need for Speed is. Oh my goodness! What? It's 84.90. Dude, what? Oh my god. What is that? What is this? What's happening? What is this game? Your restless ghost wants revenge. Puzzles, destructible environments, and ragdoll fight simulations. And so I never worked in. Well, I worked in an office once. Never again. Because this might have been me. Not a lot of reviews yet. I found some random game. Maybe. Let me save this. Cool. This is done. We've already done Aurora Hills. Done Hidden Lands. You know what? I think I'm pretty excited to try Witcher now that we have tried a bunch of things. Not try, but like, well, try, yeah, play Witcher 1. Curious what it's gonna be like compared to like Witcher 3, you know? Okay, it's been almost 2 hours being live. I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you, people, for joining. It's been fun. It's been chill. It's been nice. Thank you for joining me on today's stream. I am gonna go off and I'm gonna do some other work. You know, got other work to do. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., which is 5 p.m. Singapore time. GMT 8 +8. Alright? thank you for joining in. I really appreciate people who did. What is happening to this? I don't know what happened to my stream preview. Yeah, but it's so weird looking now. Oh my goodness, that's worse. Can this not do that? Okay, you know what? Anyway, that's all. I hope y'all had fun chilling with me. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay? Not same time, 5 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? So I'll see y'all tomorrow. For those of you who want to make sure that you catch me, you can follow me and help me on my goal to 10 followers. Please, 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 10 followers. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll check y'all tomorrow. If you have the whole day ahead of you, I hope you have a good day. And if you just have the rest of the day, it's like almost evening, nighttime, wherever you are, I hope the rest of the day treats you well and you have a good rest of the day. And if you haven't been having a very good day previously, I hope the day changes and treats you better. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Bye bye.